Terry Sawchuk here. He's the founder of Sawchuk Wealth. Terry, a lot of people have had their retirement accounts brutalized. I'm hearing stories about people having to go back to work who had already retired. It's a tough place to be. Good to have you here. Thank you for stopping in. You're seeing it as well. This is your neck of the woods. It's tough out there right now.
It is, Steve. Good morning, by the way.
Good morning.
You and I talked about this stuff earlier in the year, right? I told you that I thought oil was going to get pretty expensive, that we were heading for a downturn, et cetera. And, not to say that I have a crystal ball, but you could read the tea leaves and see to some degree what was going to happen. And by the way, the amount of money lost in the markets right now is actually closer to $9 trillion. $3 trillion is just retirement accounts. And that's more than what was lost during the 08-09 downturn, the difference being we started from a much higher place this time than we did last time. On a percentage basis, it's still smaller. But yeah, there are things that I'm a firm believer that you have to have mechanical, unemotional systems, and we started sidestepping this back in January.
I looked back and I did look back at 2008 and 9, and then there's another drop, of course, in about 12, and then it came back up, and we had another drop at the beginning of 2020. The good news I can say, Terry, and I was looking at this again this morning, is that we come back out of these things. We go down, but we climb back out, and we usually climb to places that are higher than we ever were before. So unless you've retired today, and I know a lot of people have, a lot of people were on the verge of retirement, or people quit during the pandemic because they said, well, I've got this retirement fund, I'm doing good. Man, they've got to be nervous today.
Well, they should be, Steve. There's a couple things going on. One, if you got on the wrong side of the trade, historically, for example, you could take almost 10 years to get back to break even. Okay, so yeah, the market comes back, but it doesn't always come back in the timeline that you need it to come back. So that's the first thing. The second thing, so it's more important not to lose it in the first place, clearly. And then the second piece is, I don't think most people have really gotten their heads around what's actually happening.